Hi, welcome back to the vlog. It's Sunday. If you watched my last vlog, you'll know that I've been poorly and that I was supposed to be taking you to my mother-in-law's caravan for like a little brunch and a dog walk because it's my partner's stepdad's 60th. So I was really looking forward to that, but I'm still not quite feeling 100%. And if it was just at their house, that's just around the corner, but it's like a 40-minute drive, and we were driving up Sean's sister and her partner because they don't have a car. And then I thought, if you get there, start feeling rubbish, you're gonna ruin the day by being like, I need to go home, I'm not feeling great. So I just thought, let them go, enjoy the day, sent Davey a nice present, and we're just gonna do a little Sunday at home vlog. I want to do some reading. I want to just do a bit of pottering and just take it easy and prepare myself for going back to work tomorrow after 4 days off while I've not been well. So let's just do that together. I'm sorry it's not the most thrill ride of a vlog, and I did, after last week not being the biggest thrill ride of a vlog, wanted to go do something with you, but I'm just not quite well enough. Anyway, I'm not having this as another vlog of me complaining about being ill. I've said my bit. You know that I'm not feeling great. I shall not bring it up again. I'm hoping to sit and read Kingdom of Ash today and get that finished, but don't worry. If you don't like bookish content, I'll talk about that on TikTok or something, or add it into like a little bookish wrap up. Something like that. But let's just spend the day together. So my partner has been sleeping on the sofa while I've been ill, so he doesn't catch it, and I was about to put like his blankets and stuff away, and look at this. Paula's like passed out on it, and now I'm just gonna have to leave it there because she's so incredibly cute. Ignore any best you could say. I don't actually think you could see a bit. Just made Sean breakfast before he left. So the kitchen's a bit of a mess. It's on my list of the things that I want to get done today. Just a mini tidy up. It's actually, the house is fine, because if you watch my last vlog you'll know that I absolutely broke my own back trying to clean it on Friday when I didn't feel well. So I got some of these while I was in Liverpool, pistachio and vanilla iced coffee pods. So cold experiences, so I'm going to try these. I bought myself an ice cube tray as well. I feel like a cup with lemons on it isn't really right for iced coffee, but who cares? It's the only one I have with a little straw, and ice hurts my peggies or teeth if you're not a child. So these, let's poodle it right on in. I bought an espresso machine. Where can I go? I've got bought an espresso machine. I asked for it for my birthday a few years ago. But I don't always buy the pods because I feel like if it was a shop near me, I will go and buy them. But I feel like an outlay of like 40 quid a month for coffee feels a lot, because you have to buy 5 boxes. And that feels like a lot of money. And because I've got the Virtuo, I can't just buy any old pods in the shop. So I will say, if you do get an espresso machine, get the one where you can use the old pods, but then I'll also say that the old pod you need to use 2, because it's just not enough coffee for me. Maybe you don't need to use 2, but I do. Anyway, what a thrilling coffee chat. Let's make this, that's what they do, and set like that. Oh my. Everything was stuck and now I've broken it. If you see this ice cube tray on Ocado, don't buy it. So they've got like these little poppers in the bottom where you're meant to be able to like push the ice up. But then I think maybe you're meant to run hot water over it first, which I did in the end, but then all my ice cubes fell in the sink. But this bit in between was so brittle that when I was pushing the ice out, it's just snapped. That was a £5. So I got 1 coffee out of that. Bloody hell. So I press the button for coffee twice because I don't want loads of milk. So I've just put like a bit off milk. Then coffee. I'm not destined to be an aesthetic coffee influencer. And then I'm going to have just a tiny little bit of this syrup. I think my friend Shawnee, I work with her husband, and he brought it in and said she doesn't like vanilla. And I love vanilla. I think it was in a gift or something. So I had it. There we go. Taste test. It's okay. I used to work at a cafe, make coffee every day, but I can't get it right at home. It's okay. Now I have no ice cube tray because, honestly, Club Hand over here absolutely smashed it to bits. Okay, that's enough if you're watching me drink coffee, I guess, isn't it? The reason that I made a coffee was because I'm watching Larry and Mariana doing like a reading vlog, and I just, oh gosh, it's an hour and 38 minutes long. Only just realising that now. Okay, so maybe I'm not going to watch this whole thing. I tried to put a bit of makeup on so I didn't look like a corpse. And I think it's actually made me more corpse-like than before I put it on. Do you know, because I just sort of slapped it on. I think I actually look worse than I would have if I didn't put makeup on. But I didn't want to be like Corpse Bride for you all day. Not Corpse Bride, she's really fit, isn't she? The Crypt Keeper. I didn't want to look like the Crypt Keeper all day, but I think I look more like the Crypt Keeper after I've added makeup to my face. The more this cools down, because it was still tepid when I first drank it. For God's sakes. The more I'm enjoying it. Sean's eating at the caravan, so I need to make myself a girl dinner. I don't know what I want. Daphne's gone with Sean as well. So there'll be no dog walks in this vlog. And we know that we go on a dog walk every vlog. And we also, I tell you, I'm going to have a bubble bath every vlog. I still will be doing that. So I'm going to watch a bit of this vlog, drink my mediocre iced coffee. And then we'll just see what happens today. I've got a feeling not very much is going to happen, but sometimes they are my favourite kind of vlogs. So, okay, the light's terrible. I'm just about to strip my bed because I feel like it's the illness pit. And Sean's going to come back to bed tonight. As I said, he's been sleeping on the sofa. So he's going to come back to bed. So I just want to get the bedroom nice and clean and unpolified for Sean coming back to bed. So we're going to strip the bed, nip to the shop, buy some dishwasher tablets. And then my friend Kay has had a bit of a rough week. So I'm going to give her a phone call. But when I ring Kay, we're generally on the phone for about 2 hours. So once I've spoken to Kay, I'll check back in. We'll do some girl dinners together. I'm really in the mood for, at the Co-op, they do these butternut squash ravioli with like some fresh pesto and a little bit of mozzarella, and that is what I'm in the mood for. So I'm going to pick up that because that is a classic girl dinner, isn't it? So that's my plan. Also, ignore any mess, okay? I got the viral jeans from Halara. Do you know the ones that look a bit like a maternity jean? At the top. Obviously, you don't show the top because I don't love that bit. But, can you see? They have the nicest flare. These are like the wide leg ones. Just love them. The dead comfy. I feel like you're not getting the full effect when I show you here. Also, I saw a boy at the festival that I was at, and he had this jumper on, and I was like, where is that from? Turns out, so I just searched mushroom, let me take you in here, I'll show you. Searched mushroom eye jumper, green, and it came up. It was originally menswear from ASOS, and I just love it. I just love it. On Vinted for £8, including postage. It's the only one I saw, but that's an extra small. And it's so nice. But if you recognise this colour, it's because it's pretty much the exact colour of my living room walls. So basically camo in there, just absolutely camo. And I love it. So that was a happy tale from the festival. As well as getting polo, I also got that wonderful jumper. Summer gone, by the way. It's absolutely disappeared. I mean, I'm not complaining because if you know me, you know I love cosy at home days. Summer makes me feel like there's the threat of being invited to something all the time. Like, everyone wants to be out doing stuff and I'm like, bring on a thunderstorm because I just want to snuggle up under a blanket. Do you know what I mean? Summer is probably my least favourite season. Is that wild to say? Yeah, I don't love it. Autumn's the best one, we all know that. Closely followed by spring, then winter, then summer. I don't know what I'm saying, where's summer gone? Because I prefer this. Also, our house gets so hot. It's like a little heat trap, which I love, because I hate being cold. But in the summer, it's like, oh my God, so hot. Hopefully that will be combated when our new big bed arrives. And we've all got space to not be near each other, because obviously, as you all know, my German Shepherd sleeps with me, so there we go. Girl dinner is secured. I got these, just have like half a pack. Sorry, they are butternut squash and sage. I was gutted because my partner is, I've told you about 1,000 times, a pescatarian, so he eats fish but he doesn't eat any meat. So because I'm on my own, I was going to treat myself to the andouille one. But then I thought, if he's hungry when he gets home and wants half, it's a nice and easy, quick thing for him to make. So got the veggie one because I do love the butternut squash and sage. And then they didn't have any green pesto. So we got red pesto, which for some reason I don't like as much. And I don't know why, because I bet it tastes exactly the same. Just gotta have a potter and get the bits of cleaning done. Because if you know me, you know I'm always cleaning. I saw like a meme that was like, if you want to keep your house clean, here's a hack, just never stop cleaning. And having a German Shepherd and a cat, that somehow she's only got one back leg, but she successfully manages to kick a cat litter because I keep it in the bathroom. That just makes sense to me. Lots of people keep it in the kitchen, but having it in the bathroom and just being able to put a poop straight in the toilet, that makes sense to me. But she'll kick a litter and it will go as far as halfway down the stairs. So, and then they both molt everywhere. So my partner's a big beardy man, so he molts as well. So just keep on cleaning if you are psychotic like me. So I'm just going to do those little pot bits. I'll put it on, well, not a time lapse because I don't really understand how time lapse works. Maybe we'll try a time lapse and I'll insert it here and see what happens. So I'll put it on time lapse while I'm tidying the kitchen. Let's do that. If it looks weird, it's just because we're trying a time lapse to see what happens. Look at this hair. I look like a Victorian. Ugh, right, okay. Ignore all of this mess on the floor as well, because this is the next wash to go in and this is the flooring for the bedroom that we've not done yet because we're planning to do it at the end of June. It's been there for a really long time now, it's stressing me out. So I'm just, don't look directly at it ever. So I thought we'd do something that we've not done for a while. I've made another iced coffee. It's only about 3:30. I normally don't make caffeinated drinks after midday, but I really wanted another iced coffee, and these pods that I showed you are super low caffeine. So I thought what we'd do, I can't do a reading wrap up yet because I'm still reading Kingdom of Ash. Please excuse my washing machine sounding like it's taking off in the background. The sound when it's taking off means it's getting worse before it gets better. It's going to be finished soon. I've just stripped all my beds, washed all my bedding, all of that kind of stuff. So my cleaning's done, apart from my bedroom because it needs to make my bed. There's no point in dusting before you make the bed because then any dust that's like on the bedding will flick into the air. So I'm going to do all that once my bedding's finished. So anyway, I can't do any reading wrap-ups at the minute. because I'm still reading Kingdom of Ash. I'm worried about it ending. But anyway, I thought I'd tell you, if you follow me on TikTok, sorry, because you might have seen this, but I'm just going to tell you what I watched from my sick bed, some good stuff to watch, because I watched 4 things that were all 8 out of 10 and upwards. I've rated them out of 10, not 5. Like, you couldn't convert it to a 5, do you know what I mean? But yeah, I've watched 4 things that I've really enjoyed while I've just been in bed. So I thought I'd tell you about them. If you have seen this on TikTok, just fast forward a bit, because I'm talking about the things that I've talked about on TikTok. So, first I watched The Better Sister. I thought I was going to be obsessed with this. I gave it 8 out of 10 on TikTok, but I think after watching the other stuff, I've rounded it down a bit to a 7 out of 10. So it's Elizabeth Banks, Jessica Biel. Very promising, because I love both of those actresses. The storyline just wasn't where I wanted it to be. Without any spoilers, in case you've not seen it, there's like the family drama element, but then there's also like a corporate element, which I'm not going to say anything because I don't want to give any spoilers, but I didn't love that like corporate element of it. It sort of put me off a bit. But the basic premise is, I'm not going to tell you as much as the trailer told you actually, because I think it's better to go in blind. This woman, Jessica Biel, gets home from like an award ceremony or something. She walks in the house. She finds her husband's unalive body. He's been stabbed. Okay, I can say murdered on here. I always forget because you have to edit yourself on TikTok and not use words that will trigger the algorithm to think that you're being offensive. So her husband's been murdered, stabbed, and she finds him. She runs out the house. She rings the police. Her son's staying over at a friend's house. And then her sister comes to stay. I'm not going to say why. Then her sister comes to stay. And it's about that mystery. It involves like a husband's work and what he did. I think he's like a high-powered lawyer. A husband's work, that's the element I didn't like the high-powered lawyer element. That's what didn't really resonate with me in this programme. But 7 out of 10. I thought it was going to be a 10 out of 10 given the cast. But, yeah, there you go. Then I watched Department Q. I gave this an 8 out of 10, even though everyone is raving, giving it a 10 out of 10. But I think this is just a me problem. The characters... Oh, by the way, The Better Sister you can watch on Prime. I should have said that. That's Prime. Department Q, Netflix. The characters, excellent. Really loved like the way it was filmed and what their office looked like visually. Loved it. Visually, almost, dare I say it, not Wes Anderson like, but very heavily visual like Wes Anderson. If you've seen it, that might make some sense to you. Not like Wes Anderson's signature pastel palette, but like very aesthetically pleasing for me. Loved that. Loved the characters. Wasn't totally obsessed with the storyline. I don't know if I felt like it was far-fetched, because it's not even like that far-fetched. It's not wild. Maybe it was far-fetched. I don't know. I loved the characters. I loved the aesthetics. The storyline wasn't my favourite. Will I be going back for season 2? Yes. I will say that I am not obsessed with like a police POV. So when it's like the detective's point of view. Saying that, I loved The Sinner, loved Mindhunter, and they're both detective POVs. But it's not my favourite. I prefer a domestic psychological thriller. That is my spot for a TV show. But I gave it an 8 out of 10. Maybe I should have given it a 9. It's on the 8.5. Let's say 8.5. Then I watched The Last Anniversary. I loved this. This is by a woman called Leanne Moriarty, who also wrote Apples Never Fall, which is on BBC. I didn't love that that much, but I'm just going to say that now. I don't think it was the best. I say it's not the best adaptation of her books, but I've never actually read that book, so maybe the book isn't as good as the others. I don't know. I thought I was going to be enthralled with that one, but I wasn't. The Last Anniversary was enthralled. 10 out of 10. But she did Apples Never Fall. Didn't love that. It's all right. Then there was She did Big Little Lies, excellent. And she also did... Nine Perfect Strangers. Season 2 of that's just come out. But I've not watched it yet because it's not all out. And if you know me, you know that I don't watch things until it's all out. So if you like those programmes, then give The Last Anniversary a go. It's about a girl who... she's been engaged to this man. They've broken up. And then his aunt passes away and leaves her a house on this little island called Scribbly Gum Island. She doesn't really know why she's left it to her. She's left her a letter explaining why. And then, spoiler free obviously, and then she goes to this island to see this house that she's been left. And this island is like a destination for true crime lovers. Like they do like a tour and stuff because like 50 years before, this young couple mysteriously vanished and left a baby behind. And it's like the mystery of where this couple went, as well as her life, the family drama, like the bonds between women. I loved it. Cannot recommend it highly enough. I thought it was flipping wonderful. And then that's on the BBC. And then the other thing that I watched was... My brain's not quite in gear yet. Can you tell? I feel like I'm rambling and struggling to find my words still because my brain's tired. And then... Getting a bit finished with that drink, actually. And then... What was the last thing? Then I'd put off watching Little Disasters. This is on Paramount Plus. It was the one that I fancied the least. And oh my God, did I enjoy it? Yes, I did. It's based on a book by the same name. It's like your pretty standard psychological thriller dramatised for TV. Like, it is that vibe. It's not like... groundbreaking, oh my God, this is the best thing ever. But I gave it a 9 out of 10 because it's just what I needed in that moment. It really scratched that itch of like intrigue, suspense, stress. It scratched all of those itches. Some people said they thought the acting was terrible, but I'm not really a critical TV reviewer. I'm like, I enjoy what I enjoy. Sometimes the acting's terrible and I'm like, get this off. But it wasn't bad that I noticed. Do you know what I mean? I just really enjoyed it. Although the subject matter is heavy. So basically what it's about is there's this little baby. She is being sick. A mum takes her into the hospital. And it turns out that she's got like a fractured skull. The mum's seemingly being really cagey about like what happened, how this injury occurred. She thought she just had a small fall when she was crawling, and the doctors are like, that doesn't seem reasonable. Her best mate is the doctor and she calls social services. So that's like the first 5 minutes of episode 1. And then it's about what transpires from there, what happened to the baby, how it sort of turns the world upside down, and just a series of little disasters. And then ultimately you find out what happened to the baby. Really good. Honestly, I thought because it was like the baby getting injured, that put me off. Anything with like CA or like anyone being mean to animals, like anything like that, can't cope. So I nearly didn't watch it. And then a few people commented on my TikTok saying it's not about that. It's more about like the domestic drama, like the relationships between the people. And I loved it. I absolutely loved it. So if you're up for not like anything groundbreaking, but just like a good psychological edge of your seat thriller, get that on. So they are my little things of what I will say to watch this week. They've at this point been out for a couple of weeks now, so you might have seen them, but I really enjoyed all of those things. So just sort of sit down and tell you about them, because that's all I've done is lie in bed and watch TV. I'm now going to sit and read my book for a couple of hours and then have a bubble bath. Then Sean will be home and I'm going to make girl dinner. So check in later on. I'll speak to you later. Dinner's done. The light's awful. I'm having one of these little raspberry and lemon kombuchas because they are excellent. Really good. I still look rough. I've just finished running my bubble bath, so I'm going to eat this, then get in the bath. Having, I suppose, the TV. I'm still watching this vlog from earlier. So it is the butternut squash and sage pasta with vegan bacon, a bit of cheese, red pesto, a squeeze of lemon juice, because I love lemon juice on pasta, and then 2 slices of garlic bread. This is a bit of a treaty, but yeah, I fancied a treaty. It's Sunday, and then Sean's mum's sending me home a slice of birthday cake. Delicious. That was absolutely delicious. 10 out of 10. Would recommend for a really quick tea. I mean, that took, well, as long as the garlic bread took to cook. And it's restaurant quality, I will say. So there you go. I am fresh out of the bath. And now I'm just going to hone a bit of skincare. So sometimes I say these wrong all the time. Sometimes I do the salicylic acid first, and that goes on for half an hour, and then you do your other bits. I'm going to say all of these wrong. Then I pop on the niacinamide. I don't know, this one. Can you see that? Why isn't my camera focusing? Influencer hand, there we go. Put this one on. This apparently rebuilds like the tissues in between your skin cells. You need all the help you can get, guys. That goes straight on while your face is still damp, because then you put the hyaluronic on to just seal in all of that moisture. Sometimes I do a gui sha first, but I can't be bothered. It's 5 o'clock and I just want to sit and read again. So that's on, and then, one sec, then can you see that? Are you focusing? You're not focusing, are you? Organic, there we go. Organic rosehip oil, which I also use. Well, I use hyaluronic acid in my hair. When my hair's towel dried, I put like 3 drops of hyaluronic acid on to seal in all the moisture. And then once my hair is almost dry, once I'm sort of halfway through the styling process, I put just a few drops of this through the ends, and then like the tiniest bit on the roots for flyaways. These are multi-purpose. If you know me, you know I love The Ordinary. And I said they were sending me something and I didn't know what. They sent me the SPF, just because they did, because I promote the products all the time on TikTok. So that was really nice. So I've not actually tried that yet. Well, because I've been ill, so I've not been out in the sun. So they sent me the serum. What's its bobbins? Sun cream, 45 SPF. So, clean PJs and more reading. I don't think Sean's on his way home yet. But there she is. There she is, no filters. 41 years old. I mean, not perfect, but could be worse. That's what I'll say. There we go. Very shiny glass skin. Discoloration and all. Okay, that is me for the evening. Clean, PJs on, bathed, cozy, ready to sit and read. I am taking it slowly because that's all I've got left. Yes, I am a page folder. If you are a book talker, then you will hate that. That's all I've got left. And I'm so scared of it ending. But I am going to put my bedding on because it's just finished drying. And I'm probably going to make a cup of tea. Watch the end of this vlog. Make a cup of tea, watch the end of this vlog and get into my lovely clean bed with clean skin. Ready for the week ahead. I lay out my outfit the night before, always. So that's done. I'm prepared. I'm ready to go. And that's me. And I will see you next week. I hope you've enjoyed spending a Cosy Sunday with me. Apologies if it's not been a thrill ride, but cozy days at home are my favourite kind of videos to watch. And I will see you next week. Please remember to like and subscribe if you do indeed like me and want to subscribe. And I will see you next Saturday. If I don't see you on TikTok before, see you all later.